was a report from a radio station in Charlotte. Sheena Quick suggested that the Seahawks have interest in Cam Newton. That was something that came out over the weekend. And, hey, it's June 1. We were debating internally, do we go with this story? And I said it is June 1. So that maybe that means yes. That we, April 1, March 1, who knows. June 1, kind of slow. We acknowledge it. People will say on Twitter in reaction to some of our stories, slow news day. If it's June, yes, slow news day. So the Seahawks, could that be a destination for Cam Newton?
I know.
Do you think that there would be anything to the merit of possibly considering Cam Newton to add to the Geno Smith-Drew Lock pairing in Seattle?
I just don't see it or can't quite logically make sense of it, at least in my opinion. Mike, maybe you have a different take and you could talk me into it here. But, man, I just would think that would kind of muddy the waters in Seattle a little bit. Again, it's you're in the process of trying to figure out a quarterback here. All right, Geno Smith, Drew Lock, and now you're going to throw Cam Newton into the mix, right? And I don't think Cam Newton in a lot of ways is as good a passer as those two guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that really helps your situation all that much. I don't know what you're trying to do there. There's some issues with Cam Newton's game. He was managed to a degree in New England. I thought maybe he would improve a little bit last year when he got his chance to play for Carolina, and we saw there's still issues with, being high level within the pocket at this point of his career and making, great throws and having big time decisions. So I don't see that. And the Panthers thing too, I think it's a little risky as well. To me, it's almost a little bit of a distraction. I got a lot of respect for Cam Newton, but I don't know. This is one story. I don't know if I'm going to totally buy quite yet until maybe I hear a few other credible people in the business really tell me that there's real interest from these teams.
I really do think, and look, the Panthers have said the door's open. Scott Fitterer told me a few weeks ago they're still communicating with
Do you believe it?
Cam Newton. Well,
or are they saying it to it's Cam and it's a good thing for Carolina? Go ahead, sorry.
I think they would make the move if they get to the point where they got last year. It's like, you know what, we're not very good. We still are an entertainment business that requires people to show up and be excited. So let's give them what they want. There's still people here that love Cam Newton, and it reminds them that there was once a great team here that made it to a Super Bowl and almost won it with Cam Newton at quarterback. And even though he's still built the same and looks the same, he's not the same player that he was. But we can do a few things to let him score a touchdown, and he can have the grand entrance like he always had and get everybody excited and feeling good and score a touchdown. And this is a good thing. Gives the ball to a kid that he spots in the front row. These are all good things. It's part of the entertainment of sports if your team's not going to be very good. So I could see if Sam Darnold has the same kind of experience that he had last year, if they don't think Matt Corral is ready, then, if they get to the point where by Halloween it's clear they're not going to be a contender at a high level in the NFC, then maybe Cam Newton is a guy who comes back just to make the fans feel good and make them want to show up for the games. So that makes sense to me. Look, even though he has only been in the league since 2011, and we see Tom Brady, who entered the league 11 years earlier, still going strong at age 44, soon to be 45, Cam Newton just physically, and this is the product of all, and this Lamar, this is why you need to get your money while you can. This is the product of all those years of the seemingly indestructible Cam Newton getting hit and beaten around. And, remember they used to not throw the flag because he's a giant. They're hitting him low. They're hitting him high. They're hitting him illegally. He's fine. He's big enough. He's still made of the same stuff as everybody else, though.
Yeah.
And at some point, that stuff's going to wear out.
No doubt.
And I feel like he's gotten to that point where the body's worn out. He's had too many injuries, too much overall wear and tear. He's not the guy that he used to be.
Yeah, I think that's fair, Mike. It is. It's a shame, but you're right. I mean, you laid it out perfectly. This is, forget the most physical quarterback in the history of the sports. This guy was physical for any position. I mean, again, just go back to 2014, 2015, 2016. Oh, it's 3rd and 2. What is Carolina going to do? They're going to pull the backside guard, and they're going to ask Cam Newton to follow him and take on a linebacker head-to-head and go, drive the pile forward for the first down here, big guy. I mean, yeah, I don't care who the hell you are. He's made of granite, but damn, he's hitting guys that are made of granite too. Bobby Wagner and company and some of those people he's had to go up to. I mean, they're also Greek gods in the way they're built, and it's caught up to them, and it's a shame. It is, but yeah, I don't know. That Panthers Seahawks one. As much as I love Cam Newton and I'm a fan of his, I don't know if that would make sense to me if I was the GM of either one of those teams.
It's funny, for all of the high-end strategizing and analytics and X's and O's, and when you see a guy like Cam Newton, it is impressive. And it is intimidating. And for a coach, it has to be intoxicating to say exactly what you said.
Right.
Go take on that linebacker because you're big enough to push that guy all the way into the front row. And he is, but there's a price to be paid for doing that year after year, game after game, drive after drive, and that is one of the reasons why the sun is setting prematurely on the Cam Newton career.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.